Zimbabwe's Foreign Affairs Minister Sibusiso Moyo has died. He succumbed to COVID-19 in a hospital in the capital, Harare. Moyo was an army chief during the November 2017 coup. He became the face of then President Robert Mugabe's ousting, appearing on TV to announce he had been overthrown. Our Zimbabwe correspondent Pindai Dube joins us now for an update. And Pindai, what has been communicated in as far as the death of Sibusiso Moyo?
Yes, thanks, Tulas. What happened is that the spokesperson for the president, George Jaramba, has issued a statement just some few minutes ago confirming that Mr. Sibusiso Moyo, who is also the Foreign Affairs Minister and International Trade, is passed on, and he died of COVID at a local hospital which he did not name.
So just remind us who he is, who he was, rather. Many of us really coming to know him in November 2017 with the announcement that the military had, quote-unquote, intervened in that coup that ousted former President Robert Mugabe. But how did he feature in the domestic politics of Zimbabwe?
Yes, Tulas. Sibusiso Moyo was born in Mberengo, actually in the Midlands province, which is also my rural home. And he was a major general in the army. And he's the one who announced the coup on the 15th of November. You remember that day, you were also here when he announced that the situation in Zimbabwe has reached another level and President Mugabe is safe with his family, but they were targeting criminals surrounding him. And he was also the husband to Lois Matanda Moyo, who is the chairperson of the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission. So he was a critical player in the ZANU-PF politics, and some told us that sources within ZANU-PF told us he had ambitions to lead the ZANU-PF one day.
Yeah, speaking of that, does his death signify a certain shift within the politics within ZANU-PF, but also throw into that mix the whole role of the military in Zimbabwean politics? Does it shift anything?
Not much, as you know, Tulas. The leader who was leading the removal of Mugabe was Constantino Chiwenga, who is now the vice president. Although he was being supported by the likes of Sibusiso Moyo, who has passed. But like I mentioned, sources within ZANU-PF told us that he was also eyeing to succeed President Mnangagwa after his term expires. Although he had not announced it officially himself, but that's what we hear. But I don't think much will change because Chiwenga was leading the coup against Mugabe is still around, so nothing will change exactly.
And then lastly, Pindai, I mean, he passed away due to COVID-19. What is the broader picture of the situation with COVID-19? There were those restrictions that were announced in Zimbabwe, those really stringent lockdown restrictions. Is that having a dent in terms of the numbers of infections and the extent to which hospitals are able to cope?
Yes, very true, Tulas. The situation actually in the country has changed. You know, in the past few days, we have lost a lot of people. The second wave actually has hit hard on Zimbabwe. Actually, tomorrow, there was supposed to be a ceremony whereby the President Emerson Mnangagwa was going to bury another minister, Ellen Waradzimba, from Manicaland province in eastern Zimbabwe, who also died of COVID, and also another liberation war hero, Morton Malianga. So what I can tell you, Tulas, is that the situation is critical. We've reached critical levels. Unlike the first wave, a lot of people are dying, and I spoke to a doctor yesterday who leads the private medical practitioners, who says that they are satisfying a number of people who are dying at homes every hour, and we have reached critical levels.
All right, ENCA's Pindai Dube out in Harare there. Stay safe there, Pindai, reporting on the death of Zimbabwe's Foreign Affairs Minister, Sibusiso Moyo. And